The sweltering heat hung thick in the air as Alex turned into the nearly full parking lot of the bustling shopping center. Their air conditioning struggled against the sun's relentless glare, and every spot seemed taken, except for one. Nestled between a rusting sedan and a minivan with a sunshade shaped like cartoon eyes, the space was a beacon of relief. Alex signaled, slowed, and smoothly backed in, exhaling as the gears shifted into park. Then a sudden jarring bang against the driver's side window shattered the moment of victory. Alex startled, pulse spiking. A woman stood outside, her acrylic nails rapping sharply against the glass. Platinum blonde bob, oversized sunglasses reflecting the midday sun, lips pursed in exaggerated offense. She wore the unmistakable uniform of entitlement, designer athleisure, and an expression that suggested she had never heard the word no without demanding to speak to a manager. Alex cracked the window just enough to hear her screech, "Excuse me, that was my spot." Blinking in disbelief, Alex turned fully to face her. "What?" "I had my blinker on," she said, voice dripping with self-importance. "You saw me waiting." Alex frowned. They had been circling this lot for nearly 10 minutes, and not once had they noticed her car waiting for the space. "I didn't see you. I was already turning in when I spotted it." The woman scoffed, shifting her weight to one hip. "Oh please. I was right there. 3 rows down. I was clearly waiting." Alex let out a humorless laugh. 3 rows down? That's not how parking works. You don't get to claim a spot from across the lot. The woman's face contorted into a look of pure exasperation. "Unbelievable," she muttered before throwing her hands up and raising her voice loud enough for nearby pedestrians to hear. "You stole my parking spot." Heads turned. A couple with a stroller slowed their steps. A man loading groceries into his trunk hesitated, eyes flickering between Alex and the woman. The tension became a tangible thing, heavy and suffocating. Alex sighed, keeping their voice steady. "Look, I'm already parked. There's nothing else to say." But the woman wasn't finished. She jabbed a manicured finger toward the security kiosk station near the entrance of the lot. "We'll see about that." Before Alex could process what was happening, she turned sharply on her heel and stalked toward the security guard. A sinking feeling settled in Alex's stomach. They weren't the kind of person who relished confrontation, but they also weren't about to be bullied out of a legitimate parking space. The security guard, a stocky man in a blue polo with a radio clipped to his belt, looked up as the woman approached, her voice already shrill with righteous indignation. "Officer, this person stole my parking spot." Alex groaned, rubbing their temple before stepping out of the car. The guard raised an eyebrow, glancing between them. "All right, let's calm down. What's the issue here?" The woman folded her arms tightly across her chest. "I was clearly waiting for that space and she jabbed a finger toward Alex, sped right in and took it. And I have a child in the car." Alex's eyes flicked to her vehicle. Tinted windows. No sign of movement. There was no child. That was when Alex understood. This wasn't just about a parking spot. This woman, this Karen, was the kind of person who weaponized authority, who knew that if she made enough noise, people would side with her just to make the problem go away. The guard exhaled heavily. "Sir, ma'am, I really don't want to get into this." Karen turned to him, her expression shifting into something softer, more wounded. "I just think it's really selfish of some people," she said, voice tinged with false sorrow, "to take a spot when they see a mother waiting." Alex laughed, a sharp, incredulous sound. "There's no kid in your car." Karen gasped as if physically struck. Asterisk, how dare you, asterisk. The security guard frowned. "All right, let's keep it civil." He turned to Alex. "Look, I can't make you move, but—" And there it was. The hesitation. The subtle nudge toward compliance. Karen smirked, already sensing victory. Alex's blood boiled. She was bluffing and it was working. A movement in their peripheral vision caught their attention. An older man, khaki shorts, polo tucked into a gut that suggested a fondness for steak dinners, stood watching with mild disapproval. He shook his head. "Kid, just let her have it. Not worth the hassle." Karen turned to Alex, lips curling into a smile that dripped with satisfaction. Alex clenched their jaw. The injustice of it all sat heavy in their chest. This wasn't about a parking space anymore. It was about people like her getting away with things because they knew how to twist reality to their advantage. They could argue, could dig in their heels. But they also knew the weight of public scrutiny. The stares of strangers, the security guard's tired expression, the knowledge that even if they won this battle, Karen would still get to walk away thinking she'd won the war. Slowly, deliberately, Alex exhaled through their nose. "Fine." Karen's smile widened. Without another word, Alex slid back into their car, started the engine and pulled out. As they passed Karen's car, she flipped her sunglasses onto her head and laughed. Actually laughed. The sound was grating, smug, triumphant. Alex gripped the steering wheel, heart hammering. No. This wasn't over. The humiliation sat in Alex's chest like a hot coal, burning long after they had driven away from the shopping center. Every time they replayed the scene, Karen's smug, triumphant laugh rang in their ears. It wasn't just about the parking spot, it was about the injustice of it all. The way she had manipulated the situation, lied without hesitation and gotten away with it. The way the security guard had hesitated, the way the stranger had told Alex to just let it go. That night, they sat on their couch, fuming, recounting the entire encounter to Sam, their best friend and go-to confidant for moments like this. And then, she laughed as I drove away. Like she knew she had won before it even started. Sam, sprawled across the armchair, shook their head. Unbelievable. These people, these Karens, they count on the fact that no one wants to deal with their bullshit. Alex sighed, slumping back. I should have stood my ground. But what was I supposed to do? The security guy wasn't going to back me up. Everyone just wanted me to move so she'd shut up. Sam leaned forward, eyes narrowing. Then we don't let her get away with it. Alex snorted. Oh yeah? What am I supposed to do, track her down and steal her groceries next? No, Sam said slowly, a mischievous glint in their eye. But we find a way to hit her where it actually hurts. Alex tilted their head. Her car. No, you maniac, Sam laughed. Her reputation. The words lingered, settling into Alex's mind like a puzzle piece snapping into place. Karen had walked away from that parking lot smug because she believed herself untouchable. A woman like that didn't just do this once. She'd made a habit of pushing people around, knowing she could manipulate situations to her advantage. All right, Alex said, sitting up straighter. Let's see what we can find. It started small. A quick search on the local neighborhood forum revealed nothing at first, just the usual complaints about potholes and missed trash pickups. But then, buried deep in a post about shopping center parking, Alex found something interesting. Did anyone else see that crazy woman in the black SUV blocking 2 spots today? Some lady was trying to park and she threw a fit about it. Alex clicked the thread open. The responses were telling. Wait, was she blonde? Big sunglasses? Acts like she owns the lot. OMG, I know who you're talking about. She tried to accuse me of damaging her car last month when I didn't even touch it. Ugh, she did the same thing to my wife. Cut in front of her at the grocery store and made a scene when the cashier asked her to wait her turn. Alex's pulse quickened. This wasn't an isolated incident. Karen had a pattern. And if there was one thing the internet loved, it was calling out people like her. The next morning, Alex pulled into the same shopping center. Not because they needed to buy anything but because something in their gut told them Karen would be there. And they were right. There she was, parked across 2 spots again, her massive SUV gleaming in the sun like some kind of luxury battleship. A woman in a sedan sat idling nearby, clearly waiting for one of the spots, but Karen didn't even glance her way. Alex grabbed their phone, stepped out of their car and started recording. The woman in the sedan honked. Karen didn't move. Another honk. Finally, Karen emerged, holding a designer handbag and an iced coffee like she was walking a red carpet. The woman in the sedan rolled down her window and called, "Excuse me, are you leaving soon?" Karen didn't even look at her. "I'll leave when I'm ready." Alex felt their blood boil. It was so effortless for her, this entitlement, this complete disregard for the people around her. Then, as if sensing she was being watched, Karen's head snapped toward Alex. "What are you looking at?" she snapped. Alex smirked, raising their phone just slightly. "Oh, nothing." Karen's lips curled into something between amusement and irritation. "Go ahead. Film me. No one cares." Alex didn't say a word. They just kept recording. The video went up that night. The caption was simple. "Parking lot Karen is at it again. Anyone else have a story? The response was immediate. Hundreds of comments. People who had dealt with her before. People who had seen her pull the same stunts. People who had been humiliated just like Alex had been. By morning, the post had spread beyond the neighborhood forum. It was on local Facebook groups. Then Twitter. Then Reddit. And then, something truly spectacular happened. A woman posted a screenshot of Karen's actual name. This woman tried to scam me out of $500 claiming I hit her car. I reported her to my insurance company and guess what? She tried the same thing to 2 other people that same week. Her name is Karen. Last name? Asterisk. Alex's breath caught in their throat. Karen wasn't just a rude, entitled woman. She was a scammer. And now everyone knew it. The fallout was almost immediate. Alex hadn't expected the post to take off like it did, but within 24 hours Karen's name was everywhere. Screenshots of her past behavior, videos from other people who had encountered her, even stories from former co-workers. She had built a reputation, and now the internet was tearing it apart piece by piece. And the best part? She knew it. Alex realized it when they returned to the shopping center the next day. They had no real reason to go, other than curiosity, but as soon as they pulled into the lot, they spotted Karen. This time, though, things were different. Gone was her smug confidence, her leisurely stroll through the parking lot like she owned the place. Instead, she moved quickly, her sunglasses low on her nose, her phone clutched tightly in one hand as she muttered into it. Even from a distance, Alex could see the tension in her posture. The way her gaze flickered around like she was checking for something. Or for someone. For the first time since their initial encounter, she looked nervous. Alex didn't even have to approach her, someone else beat them to it. A younger guy, maybe early 20s, jogged up, phone outstretched. Hey, aren't you that lady from the parking lot video? Karen froze. Her lips parted slightly as if she wanted to deny it, but what could she say? The internet had made her famous and not in the way she wanted. I don't know what you're talking about, she snapped, pushing past him. Oh, come on, the guy laughed. It's definitely you. You're the lady who fakes insurance claims, right? Saw the screenshots. Karen whipped around, her expression dark with fury. That's a lie. You people need to stop spreading garbage online. The guy held up his phone, screen glowing with the now viral post. Then why does this say otherwise? Karen turned so fast she nearly tripped over her own feet. She stormed toward her car, throwing open the driver's side door and practically hurling herself inside. Alex watched with quiet satisfaction as she peeled out of the lot like a criminal fleeing a crime scene. But the story wasn't done yet. Because while Karen could try to outrun the internet had already caught up to her. That night, Alex's notifications were flooded with updates. More people were coming forward, some with receipts. A woman uploaded footage from a dashcam showing Karen faking a fall in front of a slow-moving car, then dramatically clutching her ankle. The comments were merciless. Asterisk, she was totally fine until she saw the driver get out, then suddenly she was injured. Asterisk, can't believe people actually pull scams like this. Disgusting. Asterisk. Then came another twist. A local business owner, someone who ran a small cafe just a few blocks from the shopping center, posted a lengthy comment. Asterisk, oh my god, this woman tried to scam me too. She came in a few months ago, claimed she found a piece of glass in her food, demanded a full refund and extra compensation for emotional distress. We checked our cameras. She planted it herself. Asterisk. People lost it. Karen had been at this for years. Scamming. Manipulating. Threatening. She wasn't just some entitled woman who threw tantrums over parking spots. She was a grifter hopping from one scheme to the next, always looking for an easy target. But this time? She had picked the wrong one. The story had momentum now, rolling down the hill like an avalanche. And once an avalanche starts, it doesn't stop. Karen was losing control. The internet had turned against her, and no amount of screeching, gaslighting, or manufactured victimhood could stop the tidal wave of consequences crashing down on her. Alex wasn't usually one for revenge. But this wasn't just revenge. This was justice. By now, her name was a wildfire spreading across every local forum, every social media page, even some small news blogs. The neighborhood Facebook group was flooded with stories. People she had scammed, businesses she had harassed, even former friends and co-workers who had once fallen for her charm. And then the real kicker, her employer found out. Alex hadn't expected that part. But apparently, someone who had been following the viral thread knew exactly where Karen worked. A mid-level management job at an insurance firm of all places. The irony was almost too much. Someone tagged Alex in a screenshot from a now-deleted LinkedIn post. Asterisk, due to recent events and allegations, Karen, last name, is no longer employed with our company. We take integrity seriously and do not condone fraudulent behavior. Asterisk. Alex read it twice, then once more, just to make sure their eyes weren't playing tricks on them. Karen had been fired. The fallout must have been instantaneous. An insurance company could never afford to employ someone who had been publicly exposed for insurance fraud. She had built her life on deception, on small manipulations and power plays, and now? It was all unraveling. But the story didn't end there. Because Karen, for all her arrogance, did not go quietly. Alex wasn't sure if she had tracked them down directly or just cast a wide net, but that night an unfamiliar number called their phone. No name. No voicemail. Then another call. And another. The next morning a text finally came through. This is harassment. You have no idea what you've done. Delete everything or you'll regret it. Alex stared at the screen, pulse steady. It was a threat clear as day. But Karen had made one crucial mistake. She still thought she held the upper hand. So Alex did the one thing she never expected. They posted the text. No commentary. No embellishment. Just a screenshot of Karen's words, alongside a simple caption. Even after getting caught, she's still playing the victim. It took minutes for the comments to pour in. Wow. She really thinks she's the one being wronged here. Imagine scamming people for years, getting exposed and then threatening the person who caught you. LMAO. At this point, she's digging her own grave. And then the final blow came. A woman, older, well-spoken and clearly fed up, responded with something nobody expected. She tried to sue me 3 years ago for emotional damages after faking a fall outside my store. But guess what? I had security footage proving she staged the whole thing. I still have it. Let me know where to send it. The internet lost its mind. Karen had been pulling these stunts for years, but this time she had picked the wrong target. Within hours the footage was everywhere. The video showed her clear as day, hesitating on the sidewalk outside a bakery, glancing around to make sure no one was watching, then deliberately throwing herself to the ground in the most dramatic, soap opera-style fall imaginable. The second it hit the web, she was done. People started tagging law enforcement, asking if they planned to investigate her string of fraudulent claims. Others reached out to local news stations, demanding coverage on the story. Karen had spent years conning people, bullying them into submission, forcing them to give in just to make her go away. But now she was the one who couldn't escape. Alex sat back, watching the chaos unfold from their couch, phone buzzing endlessly with updates. They didn't need to say anything else. Karen had already sealed her own fate.